everyone, it's Crafty Music Lover here, and today I'm going to be flipping through my Wreck This Journal. A lot of you guys saw me posting about my Wreck This Journal pages on my Instagram, and I did a poll on my story to ask if you guys wanted to do a Wreck This Journal flip through, and a lot of you guys said yes, so here it is. This is what my Wreck This Journal looks like, and it is very thick, and a lot of stuff is in here. If you want to see a no talking version of this, I do have one unlisted on my channel. It will be in the description box below and linked on the screen, so you guys can check that out if you want to. Before I flip through it, I just wanted to make a very quick disclaimer that a lot of these pages are not original ideas. I got a lot of inspiration from the Google and from Pinterest, so I apologize if you have seen these ideas show up in other Wreck This Journal flip throughs. This book is over 7 years old. I started this in 2013. I also want to say that I have not opened this journal up since the last time I took pictures and finished my Wreck This Journal, so this is going to be a surprise for both of us. So with that out of the way, we're just going to go ahead and get started. So this is what the cover looks like. There's a lot of paint and goodness all over it. And then here is the back, and the back is very hard to see, but this is what it looks like. I have no idea why there are buttons and pieces of fabric all over it, but we will get into it together. Ooh, Well, this is a great start to my journal. So this is what it looks like here. As you can see, June 13th, 2020 is when I ended it. And I started it on the 23rd of January 2013. So a very long time ago. Here's some coloring. Apparently I did not want to destroy, I wanted to imagine. So there's that. Alright, so this is the copyright page. Oh, I like this page. This is definitely not original. This is definitely something that I think is on Pinterest, but I like the way I colored the background and I did the colors. That's really pretty, and I like my writing here. I'm not really that well at writing. And then this is the name page. Ooh, the instructions page. Okay, and apparently I did some very scary stuff on this page. Oh, I remember this page because I had some bleedage that went on this page, so I went on the Google and printed out the materials list from the journal and just taped it on here, but apparently I did not make it big enough, so I covered the rest of the page with this washi tape. I don't know why I chose this ugly green color for the background, but there we are. This is definitely not original, but I do like it. It's still cute. Oh, I like this page. This is the stand here page, and I did a doormat and then covered a flip-flop with some black paint and slapped it on. Oh, this is pretty. I remember I had to use some tea to make this page a little bit more vibrant because the coffee didn't really go through. But this is nice. I do remember getting the idea to outline the tea stains in. I remember getting that from Pinterest, but this is very interesting. This is also not an original idea, but I do remember thinking that it would be really cool to have like a Starry Night kind of thing on here. So that was the basis that I had when I did this. Oh, what is happening here? I know that this is not original either. This is a Sephora bag, by the way. Interesting. Okay, don't like that. Handprints and fingerprints. So this was made with paint, and then these were made with highlighter gel pens, and I have a couple pages that I use highlighter gel pens for, so you'll see those more. Oh, I like this page. Color this page. This is pretty. I use watercolor pencils for this. Oh, okay. So this, remember I did a study on David and Goliath, and my thought process was to have David throwing paint at the target. That's interesting. Press leaves. Okay, so this page I didn't actually want to press real leaves on, so I used fake plants. Scratch. Okay. What? How does this have to do with this? Maybe it doesn't. And what does this quote have to do with this? Because I know that Pluto doesn't like Chip and Dale, but like what? Okay. Rubbings with a pencil. So I didn't really follow the directions on this. My friend from middle school drew all of these images on here, and then I took a pencil and rubbed it in the background. There's that. Ooh. Okay, ooh, there's some bleedage here from something. This is interesting. I don't like it, but apparently I took the directions extremely literal. And I think I did that a lot in this book. Oh, I like this. So I did this with crayon, and I taped the stapled the pages together, because that's what the next prompt says, and then I added some washi tape. Okay, yeah, I remember this page. This is another one of those taking the directions extremely literal. So I drew lines while in the word motion, and that is on a bus, and that is on a train, and all that is happening while somebody is walking. So that is what the directions actually say, so that's what I did. Okay, this is my page with circles, and I originally started this with those little paint tubes, and they have like the little paint slab so you can see what the color looks like when it's dry, and my intention was to fill that all with the paint slabs, but it didn't work out, so I just colored it the rest with watercolor pencils. Okay, so I used to do this a lot with my, like when it asks you to document stuff, and you can see I also did this with my Create This book, but it's taking the things that you had from your food and putting it on the page rather than actually putting food on the page. So this is what I had for dinner that night. Chew on this. Well, okay. I taped a piece of paper behind here so it would look nice. And then this is actually the mounting tape putty that you put on the back of posters so it doesn't mess up your wall. On my funnel page, I like this. This is cute. And apparently I did this on February 28th, 2013 because the date is still faded on here. Oh, okay, so I covered the back of this page with washi tape because I made a little pocket for all of the pages that go out of the book. So here is my paper airplane just kind of sitting here. And then this is the crumple and tear out page, and then this one wraps something. I think I wrapped a polymer clay item in this, but I don't remember. And then this is the page that you tear out and put in the wash. This page is the tongue painting page. So I remember I ate some Skittles and then licked the page like you're supposed to, and then it didn't really show up, so I got some paint and diluted it with water and kind of defined the colors a little bit more, and then I threw on some real Skittles. So this is actual Skittles on the page. It looks like it didn't do a lot of bleedage on the other side, so that's good. This is the highlighter gel pen that I was telling you guys about earlier. This is, the background is done with that. Tie a string to the book, so I did tie this string to the book and I made it like this mini Wreck This Journal, and then I also have a string right here, but I'll show you that when we get to that page. Oh, I love this page. This is nice. You will see this kind of drawing quite often actually, but I like this. This is a very good idea. I think this is nice. This is different than what you normally see. Climb up high and drop the journal. So I was staying at a hotel and I threw the journal. I just yeeted it off of the roof. I think we were in like the 5th floor or something, so it made a very loud noise. I remember this was back when I first got the journal. Compost this page. So I took a piece of like brown sketching paper and rubbed it on some dirt outside, and then covered the page with hairspray so it would stick, and then covered it with a layer of matte Mod Podge. So that's what this page looks like. So I kind of went a little bit philosophical, and I made it as if like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, basically. Ugh. Okay, so this is the sticky page, and this page is not my favorite, but ugh, yeah, it's really gross. Ooh, and you can see some of that bleeding on the other side. So this is my doodle page. Not much to say about that. Journal Golf, I think that this idea is not original as well, the background. Interesting. My paper chain page, so I glued a piece of paper to the back of the page so that it would go through. Okay, so this is my fruit stickers page. You're supposed to put a bunch of stickers on here that are fruit. You can see a lot of these are banana stickers. I like this page a lot. This is a good page. This is the office supplies, so these are post-it notes, and then these yellow circles are page reinforcements. Oh my gosh, I still have the shower curtain. This is actually my sister's shower curtain. And then there's that string that I was telling you about that I did glue to the page. And then there's the slippers again. Rub here with dirt, so same process as the compost page. And this whole thought process is Jesus washing the disciples' feet before he was crucified. And then I wrote a little bit of a devotion on that. This is my test page, pretty self-explanatory. This is the drip paint here page, and I remember this was a very, very old page. This is one of the first pages that I did. Very weird. So this page, so I sewed a ribbon, and then I thought of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, so I did some memories of my time in high school on this page here. Random newspaper, so I just cut it in different shapes and then glued one of the headers on here. This is actually not an original idea, by the way. I did get this off of Pinterest. Oh, okay. This is also not an original idea, but this is scary. This is my place for receipts. Interesting. My stamps, this is also not an original idea. And then here is the stamps. Okay, trace things in your bag. That's interesting. I think I still have this phone. Cover this page with white things. Pretty self-explanatory. Oh, there's a pocket right here. I like that. That's interesting. Scribble with borrowed pens. Oh, okay, so this page is really cool. So my sudden, unpredictable, and destructive movement is to rip the page up. So I cut it up with different kinds of things, and then I taped a piece of paper behind it. And this is just what it looks like. And then this made me think of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, where he is stabbing Tom Riddle's diary with a basilisk fang. So that is what I recreated over here. And there are little pieces of rippage on this one as well, so it's supposed to look like he's stabbing it, which I think I did a pretty good job on this, let's be honest. Okay, so the next page is the make a mess and clean it up page, and I'm actually going to skip that because it has some personal information in it. So we're going to move on to this page. This is interesting. I used gel ink pens on this page. This is the page of good thoughts. I like this page. I use all of my favorite colors, and I enjoy this. Okay, so this one I used carrots, lettuce, and tomatoes, and I cut the carrot in like the wavy French fry kind of shape. And yeah, so that's that page. Oh, this is not a good page. LOL, what friends? Same. Oh, okay, this page is not good either. Again, I took the prompt very literal and wrote the word carelessly on here. Okay. Random items, so these are just earrings and charms, and then these are buttons. Cut through several layers, so I wrote a little quote about cutting through layers and a Bible verse here, and then because the drilling the hole wasn't cutting through several layers already, I did a weird shape right here. This is not an original idea. This is my infuse the page with an endless weekend. Oh, okay, well, this page is scary. Fair warning, if you do not like spiders, look away, because this next page has a spider drawn on it, and it is very realistic, I think. Okay, so this page is closing your eyes and connecting the dots. So I did that with this black line, and my thought process was to make this spider look like Aragog, and for some reason the quote is flipped, so go, I think not, goodbye, friend of Hagrid. Anyway, this is just what it looks like. Okay, so this is the journal in a public place. So this is some of my friends' drawings from high school, and then I didn't feel like finishing it, so I drew this little picture. My pocket lint, this is not an original idea. This is Pigpen from the Peanuts movies, and this is just his pocket lint, the cloud of dust that follows him. But this is what it looks like. Oh. Okay, so this is the trace your hand page. So I did I love you and then like a fingers crossed kind of thing. Draw with glue. So basically I just drew with glue. This one is interesting. This is a sample of various substances. So I drew these mason jars on a separate piece of paper, and then I sampled just different kitchen substances, and then I covered it with some packing tape so that they would not be messy and gross. Document a boring event in detail. So I think I was at Home Depot or Lowe's. Yeah, I was at Lowe's on this one. Okay, so this hair was from, this is my actual hair, but it was taken from my hairbrush. So sorry if that's really gross, but I like this page a lot, and then I sprayed it with hairspray to get it to stay a specific way, so I think that looks pretty cool. So this next page is actually the glue in the photo of yourself and deface it, but there are some personal things on this page, so we're actually going to skip it. Draw lines using abnormal writing utensils. So I use a fork and a string dipped in paint. So this next page, I'm actually only going to show you the drawing part because there are some personal things on this page over here. So this is the do this page when you're angry. So the drawing is supposed to be this girl who like gets so angry that she creates lightning, and like her hair is all weird and scary because of it. Write or draw using your left hand, pretty self-explanatory. This is a very bad picture, and I remember doing this very, very early when I started this book. This is find a way to wear the journal. So I did this paper doll, and then I drew some pictures on the actual page, and then I cut them out. That's how I'm interpreting the prompt. So she's wearing the journal with these paper doll pieces. This page is a sign, so I just made this page to be themed around God's Not Dead, the movie. I hate this next page so much. This is the Create a Nonstop line, and it is made with this really ugly bright orange yarn, and it says craft if you can't read it. So there's that. This is my negative comments page, so I drew myself, and then some stuff that I didn't like, and then a little thing on here. This is another one of those pages made with the highlighter gel pen, so I colored it and then smeared, and then I took a black Sharpie and drew those black lines here. Lost that page, threw it out, so the page next to it said, lose this page, accept the loss, and so this is not an original idea, but I just wanted to remember that that was the page that lost. This next page is the 4-letter words, and I actually have a picture of the Scrabble game that I did, and I just made a 4-letter word Scrabble, and I recreated the picture on the page. Glue in a page from a magazine, circle words you like, so I glued in a devotional magazine that I had and just circled some stuff on there, and then wrote some stuff based on that. This page was really fun to do. So I did this little white square with a pen in my mouth, and then I drew some pink lines also with the pen in my mouth, and then the green background I also did with the pen in my mouth, and then I drew this guy normally, but he is supposed to be doing the whole page himself. Give away your favorite page, so this also is not an original idea. Also, once again, not an original idea, but this just says write backwards, so I wrote the word backward on here, took the instructions very literal, and then at the bottom here, one of my friends wrote something backward here, so. This is one of my favorite pages. So this is a document time passing, so I chose to document the passage of time with Harry Potter. I have a lot of feelings about this page. It's one of the favorite things I love about doing prop journals is you can recreate memories. So as you can see, this is a very recent page. Internal monologue. So again, not an original idea, but this is my internal monologue here. And I use a fabric for the curtain, and yeah. Scrub this page, so I obviously did that, and then instead of doing Cinderella like everyone else does, I wanted to recreate another memory of me in middle school. In my chorus class, we sang Hard Knock Life from Annie, and this is kind of what I wore. That's what I wanted to do here. This is the secret message page, so there is a secret message on this page, but I'm not going to tell you what it is, and I printed this picture out from the Google. Sleep with a journal, so I did that and wrote things down, and there's a little bit of bleedage going on over here, unfortunately. This is the close the journal and write or scribble something on the page, and this is actually what I did on the edge of the page. This is more ways to wreck the journal, and I actually did a few of these. I glued in some pages, so this is just what it looks like. I will let you read it if you would like to. So here are the pages that I did glue in that are part of that. So I covered this page with washi tape. This is find old gift cards and debit cards and cut them up, create some sort of pattern with them. So I made the cards look like confetti. This page is cover the page with fabric, so her scarf and this girl's dress are made with fabric, and these are supposed to be Barbie dolls if you don't know. This page is steal items from board games and paste them here, so I stole some money and a couple of things from Lord of the Rings Monopoly, and then some items from the Taboo game. And then this next page is really interesting. I'm not going to open it up. I do have a picture that I will put here, but this is a make a photo jigsaw puzzle, so that is what it looks like. This is cover this page with buttons, so I did that. And then the last page of like extra pages from that one is find a way to make this page annoying, and I hate glitter, so I made this page covered with glitter, and yeah. Then back to the actual Wreck This Journal. This is one of those pages. This is a stain log, so I just did different kinds of cosmetics and wrote those in here, but when I was trying to seal the page and I used hairspray so it wouldn't get everywhere, and it made the paint or the Sharpie marker bleed. So there's that, but here's what it looks like if you want to read it. So that's fun. Doodle over the top of this page, so I just use Posca paint pens to doodle, and I'm sorry there's a big shadow here because this page is so big. And then the last page is the ending page, and I just went really simple and wrote the end, this girl holding a sign, and then this quote that says, "Embrace the beautiful mess that you are." And then I sealed it with this matte Mod Podge, but for some reason it's not matte, it's glossy, so yeah. And that is the end of the book, and here's the back. And I remember now why there's a stitch on the back. It's because on this page it says to stitch something on the book, and I did that. So this is just what the back cover looks like. So that is the end of this video. It was a lot of talking and I am so sorry that I rambled a lot, but I thought you guys might be interested to see how I created some of the pages. Maybe you thought it was really fun to watch and you laughed at some of the pages with me. If you guys want me to do a series of Rick This Journal, I've been really thinking about redoing, like doing another one, because I had a lot of ideas that I didn't get to transfer onto this book, and I think that it would be really interesting to see a different version of Rick This Journal, and hopefully my art has improved since then, so definitely let me know down below because I will be more than happy to do one. So that is all for this video. I am so done talking. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, craft on. Bye guys!